Hey everyone, sorry, I am the issue with my camera, but yes, I welcome you all to yet another episode of Copilot Chronicles. And before we go through and kickstart our event today, please let's go through our code of conduct. We are all together here to participate for the event. So please be respectful of other people's views, understanding their differences, be kind and considerate in a way we all engage. Yes, we do encourage you all to participate. Please drop all your questions in the chat section. Now, I would like to bring in Kamal Shree, who is our host for the event.
Hello all. Good
Hi
evening.
Kamal.
Hi, Parth.
Sorry, I'm in a ghost mode.
Don't worry, don't worry. That's absolutely fine. So, yeah. So, how's your day been so far? All good?
It's good. Bangalore looks like the climate's been changing. Feels little pleasant.
Okay. No, but still, we are not getting that real Bangalore weather. It's still humid.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Hopefully in a week, I guess.
Definitely looking forward to it as well.
Yep.
So, yeah. So let's get started with another episode of Copilot Chronicles. So thank you so much again. We've got an overwhelming response. Whenever I go to the Global Copilot Summit event, I've been hearing about people talking about the Copilot Chronicles, and they're really enthusiastic in being a part of it. So thank you so much for your responses. And without further ado, I have Jenkins today, who's one of the MVP, who's going to talk about the Copilot and how it can kind of enhance your productivity and kind of automate tasks. We've been talking about Copilot a lot. It kinds of automate our tasks. It kind of helps me. It is an AI assistant. It enhances my productivity and a lot of aspects. But today we will get to know with a demo case actually how this is really helping us with most of our Microsoft 365 suite of applications, the end-to-end experience in terms of productivity with Copilot for M365, and in terms of whether it could be Word, Excel, PowerPoint. If you're using these tools day in and day out, definitely Jenkins is going to talk about a few nitty-gritty tips and tricks that can help you kind of work with your Copilot more efficiently and bring out the more innovative solutions out of you. Without further ado, Jenkins, welcome to the Copilot Chronicles. The stage is all yours, so please go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Um, Thank you, Kamal, as well as thank you, the host. Yeah. Good evening, everyone who are part of good morning, the morning session or whatever where we are joining here. Uh, Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, based on your timeline. I hope you most of who joined from India. They say good evening. Uh, Thanks for the time joining my session, and we are going to discuss about the productivity of what to improve in our Copilot. Wherever people are talking about Copilot, right? Now, what I do is I'm going to share my screen and talk with the part how we are going to improve our product, boosting the productivity with Microsoft 365 Copilot. That's very important, right? How we are bringing back. Okay, let's say how the large language models are now implemented in the organization data, and if we bring back to the powerful productivity tools on the planet, right? That's now you can say any Microsoft product whenever we go, you can see the Copilot there. Okay, whatever it Microsoft 365, Azure, or Dynamic 365, wherever it is, doesn't matter. We are part of Copilot. Okay, that's another big thing is last 1 week before I saw that one biggest thing is suddenly we need a small pilot app to give the demo with the offline. Just go the power apps and we are given a commands. It will creating a offline power apps within a sales data from Dynamics 365. Within 10 minutes, we have created the app and given the demo to the customer. That's a something is very interesting. Point is, Copilot is very much useful the daily activity and improving lot with your daily productivity. Okay, that's a how we are boosting the productivity. That's I'm going to talk here with the office products. With these examples with our how we are going to use all the stuff. Okay, Okay, before starting, just I give some brief introduction by about myself. I am Jenkins, is a modern workspace solution architect and consultant. Um, I'm a founder of JPower 4. I'm a MEP, MCT, and international speaker, author, and trainer. Okay, a part of from Chennai. I'm a specialist with Microsoft M365 Teams, Power Platform, SPFX. But I'm also an organizer for M365 Bangalore. Name was ambassador. My career starts from long back with 2003 with SharePoint. 2003 I started with at SharePoint since 2005. Before that, I worked with .NET and VB6. Those are old technologies like we used. And then we started SharePoint. Now we are purely with Microsoft 365 and Azure. Here, whole Microsoft. Okay. And also, I published my book. You can easily found that building solution with Microsoft Teams. And now Copilot also there in Microsoft Teams with a message extension, lot of stuff. Okay. You can easily connect with my social network whenever I could help. Always ping me. Okay. That's now we are moving to our what we are going to talk today. Okay. Now the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft combines the power of large data. Right. Whenever data come in, we need to bring. We can. I'm going to talk about more on power daily activity what we are using with Copilot and how to boosting the data. Okay. Let's say how we are before going to the office product. I'll give some introduction and then I'll talk about the products. Okay. Whenever we come to Microsoft 365, always it talk about the language models. Then the reason is we do always indent the data how we are typing. Right? It's like a now the a natural language that advantage is whatever you're talking, whatever you're looking for is the same way it's responding back. Okay, it will analyze. No need to give the exact word or a exact conversation. For example, one by one conversation we are giving the A from long back itself, right? When you are using cognitive service onwards, we are giving directly, we can find the particular question and get the answer back. But when you come to natural language and with Copilot, with this ChatGPT 3.5 or 3, when you can understand the data, like whatever you're talking with your friend or your human support person like that, all the things are direct interaction, right? What whenever you can see all your popular Microsoft apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything. For example, I want to prepare an architecture diagram. I don't have any idea about it. I want to bring some data about it. I have a template. Okay, the organization mostly they have a template. I need to add some data about that. How I can prepare within a day or two. I need to normally the architecture document, it will take 1 week, 2 weeks time to prepare all the data, right? That's a very fast to deliver. We want to bring data within a day, within a 1.5 day, like that. We want to bring the real-time intelligent assistance and enabling users to enhance the creativity, and you can get the data as the accuracy from your whole organization. It's not, don't worry about it what we are bringing the data from. Okay, it's all from your organization. Okay, it will not always secured. It's a privacy one. Okay, security is very important and your governance is very important whenever you go for any data, because it's a data, right? You need to careful on your office colleague or whatever it is, you need to very careful on, right? For example, your same project, next project also, you're not ready to share your data. That scenario, how we are managing your privacy and security, this is very important, right? That's all Copilot taking care of it. Your administration, you have whatever access it by yourself only able to do. Okay, when you come to Copilot, it's all available for embedded access from all Microsoft 365 apps as a silent authentication from your application, and wherever go, no worries, we can able to access the application. Okay, that's a bad Excel. Now, only thing is we need to think about your license and everything. Okay, how we are going to use it. Okay, when you come to access your business content and contacts, right? Always you are doing with your emails, your chat window or files from the SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams, whatever data accessible by yourself, it will available. Other than that, nothing will show you anything that other than data from your organization, your manager data, own accessible. This is all secured. Okay, this is whatever you're doing doesn't matter, but you can easily identify and you can reach the data, and based on your business content and context, you can able to accessible. That's a advantage of Copilot. Okay, That's why I'm already mentioned that security is very important, comprehensive approach, right? Let's say Microsoft Copilot with commercial data protection, right? We always, it's a providing the commercial data is available in the whole organization. Whatever data, you be careful on the customers. You deal with multiple customers, then always you think about your data compliance, your privacy, as well as security, but the based on their customers also, because every customers have a different governance you are discussed, and you have a responsibility to provide a and enable the security, compliance, and privacy. Everything's you can easily approachable and in the Copilot and enable it. Okay, without worry about it, because it's always tightly integrated with the Microsoft 365. The very good thing is already enabled all the security and governance. What activity you are doing, activity logs, everything's manageable, right? We have a proper security, sensible data, how to handle it, how to add a indents, how to add a notification when you someone try to access some information, how to stop the data to share outside, all already implemented. We can utilize all the features inside the Copilot. It's tightly coupled. That's a benefit of Copilot, because already we are working with Microsoft 365 with Copilot. We're tightly coupled and you can able to access all the data. Okay, how we are going to access is a very important part, but always remember that your data only you are able to access, you some data easily to accessible, that's it. Okay, now we are coming with a licensing model. When you are accessing Microsoft Copilot, so we have a multiple different license model is that when you go browser, and you can able to, for example, I'm show we are started, right? Just I'll show the browser part. Okay, let's start. For example, I'm going to copilot.microsoft.com. It's something like you can able to access the bing.com, right? That's the same thing. It's available here. It's a browser. It's a the same browser. You can able to sign in also. When you sign in your account or work account, whatever account you want to sign in. But this when you are using browser, it's a free of cost to your Office 365. Okay, let's say, oh yeah. Okay, here what's new, what's a get key, share meetings, like that, whatever activity I already did. For example, I want to create some document, create a mm, uh, something like you can say um, Viva, Viva connections. Okay, let's say something, whatever technology or whatever it is, the data available in the website or web available in your intranet, you can give some data. It will go and verify the architecture data, and it will bring some information. See, it will give the data back to you. You can easily prepare it. Okay, the same thing if you are trying with your Office product, that's the same it will implement. Okay, that's a you can see all the approaches it will bring. You can, for example, same question I add with my document, how it will work in the document. You can say go with the Word, my Word document. Okay. Obviously, you need to enable your Copilot with a license model for Word. Otherwise, without license, Office products won't work. But the Bing part is work. It will having a searchable is available for anyone without, but have a limitation to login. After that, you need to log in. For whenever open your Office products, you can see here. After you have a license enabled for your account, you can able to see this icon with all the Office product. This is a draft part. Just I can use the same what I tried from there one. Okay, let's say I'm copy pasted that. See, it will bring a full documentation is preparing. Okay, how fast you can. Some of the details are taken from your organization, and you can able to bring. If you're new to the preparation of documentation, anything, you can easily get all the index part. Right here, you can say it will they provide all the indexing. Okay, you can take it and one by one you can able to prepare. This is a advantage. It will give the proper some ideas and you can grab document. Just you can modify based on your line of business what you want to include. Some of the places you want to change, right? Obviously it's not exactly same what you are looking for. Sometimes obviously we need to add something. That's the reason Microsoft always says it's not fully accurate. You can whatever changes you could, because 90% it will help, right? It's the only 10% you need to modify and everything, and you need to identify you adding some chart diagram or architecture diagram, whatever. See all the usages details. It's preparing like a proper documentation without any help. Okay, see, is directly preparing the document. That's a very big important thing, and you need to add every step you can. For example, I'm in middle. I feel that I want to bring some monitoring tools, metrics, or something like that. I can say here again. I typing for Viva and generate. It will generate the data based on that question. Like say how easy to bring a documentation, right? This is very helpful for daily activity, whatever you are preparing. If you're a finance department or if you're HR department or your IT or a retail department, doesn't matter. Whatever domains, your domain always merge with your data, right? Your data is available in your intranet with the SharePoint, Teams, and your OneDrive. The data is always mapping and getting from there and the internet only. That's the reason. Always whatever you're typing doesn't matter. It will easily bring the accuracy. Most of the 90% of accuracy will be there. The reason is your data only. You are a part of, for example, you are part of healthcare organization. Okay, all data you are related to your healthcare, right? Whatever data you are mapping in your document uploading, and or in your not only a Word document, Excel document, or it's a PDF or anything. Okay, it's supported. You can able to read the data whenever you say you are retail, uh, you are a manufacturing logistics industry. There also you want to understand the machines, how the machines will work, or like that. Don't want to type all the stuff. You can prepare easily. That's a way of improving the your productivity in the Word document. Okay, just I can go back to the licensing part. I'll tell you. When you come to licensing, I'll tell, right, the web part we are using is free. You can able to use, and we have a pro license for all the uh, Microsoft Office apps like Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, and OneDrive. You can able to as an individual, you can get a pro. Always remember this, an individual. If you are buying as an organization, obviously you need to pay $30. But the good thing is you can get the teams, graph grounding, enterprise get data and customization part. Copilot Studio also is included. Okay, the thing is advantages, right? You are paying extra $10. This doesn't matter because you are going to use Copilot Studio. Within 5 minutes, you're able to prepare a chat bot, and you can able to publish in a using your data, your browser, the browsing data or internet, whatever data you have, it's a website or your OpenAI data or a Teams data, doesn't matter. You can able to integrate, and you can bring as a chat, and you want to bring the chat in your Teams or integrate with the public website, doesn't matter. Whatever you want, you can able to add it. Okay, that's the way we are able to uh, analyze based on your preference. You can get the license as an add-on, or where we can get an add-on plan. Okay, that's always remember that whenever you're thinking about license, you need to plan for what we have in the existing plan, right, from your end. Okay, if maybe you have a Microsoft 365 E5, E3, F1, F3, or your Office 3. What's the difference with Microsoft and 365 and Office 365? Some people ask questions because look like the same, right? But the only difference is when you say Microsoft 365, you have a Windows Intune, and you have a basic infrastructure licensing, everything included. When you say Office 365, it's purely a Office product included. Okay, that's the reason it's having a different name. Microsoft having a different license, E1, E3, E5, F1, F2, F3, like that. But these are the license. If you have a already there, then you can able to add. Okay, if you have a business, if a business standard or business premium, we can able to add. Because there is a SharePoint, is the Teams, is the data, we need a backup, right? Whenever you have a data, you can able to do, and available by enrolled by education solution or cloud solution provider only. Okay, you can able to get the license part, whatever you are looking for, the $30. That's a Copilot for Microsoft 365. When you say $20, that's you can register yourself with your you have an Office product already. Then you can able to get the $20. But obviously, add-on part you can able to already you have any one of the license, at least a business basic. Business basic is purely a Office apps and SharePoint and Teams. Okay, that's a way we can get it. Okay, okay. Why Copilot? always think about people are talking about Copilot. Why? Because of talking by about Copilot, you are going to access do the Copilot? No, because of whenever you have some benefits over there, you can be able to use, right? Otherwise, no use of it. It's a powerful and protective. Always we think about the Copilot, which one you are using, because Copilot using GPT-4. What's the benefit of that? When you say Copilot Chat GPT 3.5 or 3 version, that's also most of the features are there. But one thing is, you have an image, that image you have some data, that also you want to read, then you can go with the Chat GPT 4. But you need to pay extra license for that. But here, it's already you are paying for Copilot, that's is included. That's a benefit. Okay, that's a test and DALI of images. The advanced AI models are there in 4. Okay, GPT-4. It's already integrated with your Copilot. Okay, that's a benefit. You can whatever you have your files with the document or doesn't matter. All it will readable. Okay, then transport about the source. That's a Copilot. It's the data source behind the answers. Okay, always the data where it will getting from, and it will provide the details also. For example, we tried the browser, right? When you say he, the bottom, whatever you are getting that, it will give the details about, for example, I'm say simple question. I can add a what is SharePoint. It will give the detail the background. And always you say A is generated content, maybe it's incorrect. But the reason is small changes will obviously you need to do whenever required. If you are bringing some data, automatically it will give the reference here. You can click the reference, summary document. It will take it from the document from your entry. Okay, summary of Power Apps and SharePoint guides of architects. Okay, you have this available inside. The word is from my name. You can see it's available in my one SharePoint, right? Let's say when you click, it will know that where it's getting from there. The data read from there only. We have a data from my OneDrive. That's document. It will read it and bringing the data here. Now you understand, right? How it will give the reference also where we are getting the data. Okay, this it will really uh, good to know the data is correctly bringing or something wrong. Also, you can easily map it because it's related to some other project. Easily you can avoid that. Okay, and you can know knowledge cutoff, and we have say for example, I can say like this. Okay, sorry, it's look like this. No knowledge cutoff. The Copilot provides up to date answers. Answers are not limited to the date of a model. It will get whatever you have in your model. If you're having a old data only, it will bring in. You are not happy to take it, right? Obviously, that's obviously is up to date data. It will there. Then you are preferred to that. That's is no knowledge cutoff. Always whatever data coming in, it will take it. And this a commercial data protect doesn't save prompts or answers or use them and train the AI model. Okay, always remember that whatever you have bringing some data, for example, it will give some data for me, but my colleague is not having access. If you train using my questions and intents everything, then it's a challenge, right? Because it will give the answers to them also, which will related to that. Then he can know what I am doing. Okay, that's always a secured one. It's a protection is purely based on what you are trying because whenever you're trying the first time it will take some time to bring data back. Whenever you are trying again using for 1 week, you feel that you are getting more productivity. Because I feel when I started Copilot using for my regular daily activity, I have my license. When you feel that initially, what's the purpose of Copilot? Why I'm using? Because it looks like it's not giving proper answer like that. After 1 week, I see found that it's look like very easy and it will giving more information from my data, everything. Okay, whenever I have data, it's automatically reading and bringing data based on my preference, how we want to bring back to the user. And it's always remember that if you are using Copilot for browsers, prefer to use Edge. It will bring more features like PDF summarizing, web page at automating the tab grouping. These all available only in the Edge Chromium browser, not from the Chrome. Okay, that's a different. You need to think about it while using the Copilot lighter stuff. Then you need to select which browser is best for your activity. Okay, that's you can select that. Okay. Always what make you effective prompt, specific and detailed, in full sentence with instructions, states of tone, purpose, preferred format. Less effective, right? Just a few words is not happen, right? recap the findings, the article, have update from the include the top three concerns like that. You can able to bring the because natural and conventional language is always welcome, but you need to give the proper way of response. Okay, when you are planning to implement, you think about first you need to ready with what we want the license and assignments, how much seats you required, everything you can plan. Then you can plan for the onboard and engage the resources, deploy the training, and how we are engaging the community to bring your resource to adapt to the Copilot AI skills, and you need to plan for Copilot lab and deliver the impact. How you are going to regular survey and get it. What they are doing? What is they are facing challenges? How to rectify that? To bring at least 1 or 2 weeks you are follow up that we can easily allow them to make us a best boosting productivity from them. Okay, then last we need to extend it. You can extend your Copilot from your line of business with as a plugins or connections or apps like that. We have a lot of options from there to bring to integrate your line of business to your applications. Okay, that's you can go one by one. Okay, something already shown the Word document, right? We can able to use, create, edit, catch up, and ask. Okay, that's a way we can able to bring the applications. Okay, now whenever you want to prefer some Word document, okay, to bring the document, or you want to prepare edit the document, or you want to transform the existing document, like that you want to bring. Okay, that's a you want to make it. First you can go Word documents. Just I close this one. You can save Word document, right? Whenever you open a Word document, whatever you are having a blank or document or existing document, doesn't matter. You're planning to bring a existing document to transform. Go in the right hand side. You can see the icon. If you don't have an icon, that means you don't have a license. Go and check it. Okay. If you see the chat window will be there like a one-to-one conversation. You have ask a question. If you see here, whatever you want to do, or let's say directly you can create a document. Let's say create a new documents for my project assignments, right? That I can add. Okay, here another thing is whenever you want to ask questions like this, we more prompts. We have an option to work on it, easy to bring. Let's say improve this document, or you have a existing document you want to improve, or how do you do it? How to do it? This is a examples. It will help you to make it to yourself better. Okay, and okay, whenever say here view more option, and also that's about how do I add a table of contents. This way you can easily bring that, and how can Copilot help. We can be able to bring like these questions, and bring the answers properly. And also you can able to bring the document existing document to analyze and bring a uh, different way of output. Okay, let's say see the blank document creator like that is saying that whatever they is giving a answers based on your question. And one more thing, whenever you say I have some content, okay, for example I'm taking this one, open a Word document or like this, I can say rephrase. It will give the new way of same sentence where something different you want to bring, you can able to get. That's a rephrasing the data. So you can give the rephrasing how to go to office like that. It will give more detail. Just I added this detail, right? He can based on your preference, you can able to take it. Like that's a advantage of documentation, fast, and you can get the whatever data you want. See, only I added a one line of thing. It will give the one big paragraph like a documentation, right? Some scenarios look required. You know that one line of statement to respond back to our customer, but I need to have a proper documentation and make it. You can give that and prepare it and modify whatever you want, and you can send it. That's the benefit of this documentation. Okay, when you come to Word document, when you say Excel, Excel is a very powerful tool, right? Whenever you talk about Excel, this is deeper with data. Okay, uh, before Power BI and everything coming in, the Excel is not only storing the data, it will also do the analyzing that. it identify the insert, focus on what matters, and generate formulas. It's all we can able to do using this Copilot without any knowledge about that. Okay, because whenever I'm opening Excel file, but one condition is that you need to use the existing document from OneDrive. Okay, whenever or you need to upload a document in OneDrive, then only able to use that particular file from your Excel, from your Office Excel also. If you have a document you are planning to use for your Copilot, should have the data from your documentation. For example, I'm taking some finance data. Uh, you need to upload the data or anything we want to do first. For example, want to plan for a Copilot part. Obviously, you need to store the data in your online, otherwise it's not support. Okay, that's a remember that. Whenever you want to do some action, okay, this is a financial data. Okay, I'm taking that. If you taking this one, if you say this is the data, have some data like this. Okay, you want to analyze it. For example, you want to add a new column or anything, that is doesn't matter. You can do from starting itself. You can say in the Copilot in the right hand side. For example, I want to bring some percentage conversation, or I want to bring some what do you say, which is the highest value, starting from highest to like that. You want to bring whatever you like. Okay. For example, sales price and comparison. I can give the give show data insights. It will give data index from your data because it's a table format. Two things you remember whenever using Excel. One is a table format you need to set, and second one is should available in the OneDrive. Okay, then only it support. Okay, otherwise it will not support. Always you remember that how we are bringing the data from your Excel to help the user. Right, you can see it will give the report like this. Okay, Cox by date. Okay, then you can say it will bring the data. I can say copy created by so and put in another sheet. So I can include that. Okay, Excel table. Add to the new sheet. You have the data like this. You can able to, if you want to change the charts, also anything you want to make it like this. Whatever chart you want to modify, or you can say something different like this. You can able to make the same chart. Whatever output given by Microsoft, one thing this generate content may be incorrect. It's a, because of maybe small changes will be there. You can understand that. Okay, whenever you have data like this, or you want to do some alignments, whatever you do from here, right? Normally I'm say do this sales data, go and say it's highlights. Right, or sorting. Okay, sort. uh, I can say sales to add a biggest to small, either whatever I'm typing, because I'm trying to bring some natural language, whatever people type with them, whatever their way, right? They can, it will automatically bring the starting, right? It will not type anything, it will see start with happening. And also, if you want to highlight the color, background color, or you want a percentage like this, everything, the value, if you have a certain percentage part, for example, uh, the values you want to show comparison. Okay, sales and profit, I want to whatever the sales and profit you want to bring a comparison document, compare sales and profit data, and create a new column. Because it's a Excel is, I feel that's really a very big powerful uh, change for your daily activity, because everywhere wherever you want to change something for your Excel sheet with the formulas, everything, you are always in your hand, you don't have all the formulas in your data, right? That's the reason. Show updated data inside. One second. Okay, I think it's not allowed taking the column names. Just take it. Okay, one more thing I'll say. If I say what is value unsold value. Risk on highlight. Okay, one second. Normally, what we do in the whenever you are using a Excel sheet, what normally do, whenever selecting and you can inserting the colors or everything, right? If, for example, I'm saying normally what we do is formatting the cell. We have a number alignment or whatever alignments you can use, and you can able to insert the colors, changes, whatever changes you want, or you want the background colors like based on the higher to lower. We can use the highlighter as a color like that, right? Once stop not stopping. Yeah. Whenever say I can want how can I highlight, right? I can show some suggested formula. If you're new to that, you can it will bring the formulas for you. You can easily suggest and you can then based on that what do you want to change? Okay, generate the formula column suggestions like whatever formula you normally do. But if you are new to Excel, you don't have idea about formulas, you can use it. For example, you can say this formula slash sales, like whenever say margin farming, profit margin. Okay, let's say you add a profit margin column from profit and sales. If you give the same way, how it will bringing that, we can use the formula directly also. We can type it directly with and get the column and you can take it. Okay, let's say generating formula suggestions and it will here one more good thing for whatever formula that it will generate, you can see the explanation about the formula, what it will do and what is the output from here. Here see insert this column, you can see in the right last you can see the values of per percentage. Okay, and you can able to work on this percentage profit margin percentage. Okay, highlight the uh, percentage value. Something profit margin with the green background based on the highlight the percentage, right? It's the percentage column, it will bring the background color or you want to change some highlighter value, it will bring the values for you. Making changes to your table, it will running. See, whatever you want to highlight this column, we can do. That's the benefit of it. Whatever you are using in the Excel, and we can make it. Okay, just I go with the others to one. Whenever say because it's a short time frame, we can do all the steps. When you come to Excel, it's a deep with the data and identify the insights and focus on what matters and generate formula. This is the main thing in Excel. When you have a Microsoft Outlook, here the same like Word. Whenever you're trying to send any email to your supporter or email to your customer, vendor, whatever it is, you're generating a summary or whatever email received you want to bring. For example, I have some emails. Just I use my it will available both in desktop as well as it will available from your local. Okay, let's say both places available. Okay, for example, I'm planning to write a email, new email. We can have a see draft itself. test email. Okay. Whatever you are suggesting or your email IDs, and I can say I can make it a stop and enable this draft coaching by Copilot or draft a Copilot. For example, I want to write an email to my manager about today's status. Just again, I'm not added any status details, but just I'm writing a email for status, right? It will generate the email. See, the test email, right? That's the reason it's saying test email update to play status. I've come because if you added here's some proper business case, then it will use like that. Okay. Release a report of sending it approval, party like that. This is a model it will providing. Okay. Or if you feel that regenerate, if you want to bring some different way, for example, changing this one or keep it like this, you can make it based on your preference and modify. It's not sent to directly. It will give a suggestion and it will help you to daily activity how you are going to use your Outlook. Okay, and also whenever you have any email, for example, I have an email here. Um, this email I have, then I can go and get the suggestions. Okay, let's say open it. I have a summary. I can make it available from here. I want to get some summary about this content, right? Or what does the automated? We have to use how the insights and everything summary by Copilot. Whatever biggest email you have. For example, I have a 2-3 paragraph email. I want a summary. I want to get it summary of by Copilot. I have invited by free automation day because it's of automated some invitation from Microsoft. I received that. Let's say summarize and giving as a single 4-line sentence, and they are guide you. Okay, that's a benefit of Copilot because you don't need to read the whole email. It's a very big email. Then no need to go and read all the stuff. Right? Within a minute or seconds, you are getting an output. Right? Whenever opening any email, you can able to summarize by Copilot. Okay, it will bring the summarization. Okay, that's a benefit of using a Copilot in Outlook. Okay. Another big thing is always everyone talk about PPT, right? It's a PowerPoint presentation. Whenever you're going for any presentation for customer, you need to prepare some presentation. It's easy to prepare something in generic words. Okay, always say generic. And also we can use some documentation. Okay, whenever I want to prepare some presentation, but I have a documentation about my project, I go and check it. Right? Let's say Copilot. I can say is still loading. I'll go to Copilot. What I'm thinking is I want to bring the documentation from my create a presentation from my another document. It's available from my OneDrive. Okay, you can see just back. Add a slide. Sorry, create a documentation. It will bring all the documentation from your OneDrive. Just I use some architecture document. Okay, architecture document. I can say create a presentation from this file. Okay, just create. This thing is, it's a real life is right. I have a full documentation. I want to present as a presentation to my customer or vendor, my manager. Don't want to go and write one by one. It will give some set of slides, sections, everything. You can change based on your preference. Or there also it will use. You can easily merge it or whatever it is. It's a drafting a presentation. See, it's giving an architecture of a new app overview, components, SharePoint architecture, architecture diagram, then Power Automate. These are the points they are added. Okay, that's a benefit over there. Now understand right, how easy and how we can easily manage with these ones to create. Just it's generating. Just see, you it will take 30 seconds to generate the slides. Adding a speaker notes, who are going to speak in, and something like about the agenda, what we are going to talk about. See, then agenda, and we have the overview. And the good thing is it will always carefully it will create the images. It will not affect your privacy or your don't others data. It's always use this because if you want to prepare like this, it take time, right? We can give all the data based on your documentation. It will bring from there. It will give all the information to you, and you can able to add. For example, you want to grouping some slides. like that. Also, it will help. Okay. For example, I want to groups, or you want to change a topic, but something like you want to bring, it will bring some suggestions and everything. Okay. Same way, add a slide about um, Jenkins CNS. Okay. It will bring something like maybe the tool. My name is Jenkins as I added. So let's see how it will looking. Whatever it is, if you say add some slide about SharePoint or add slide about your organization, all its support, you can able to bring that. See, introduction to Jenkins is a tool, right? That's the reason it's showing like that. Something you want to organize this presentation, it will bring a set of items, group it, or your. That's all we can able to do from the presentation also. Same what you do, and you can directly type some and you can bring the output. Okay, but see, that's a benefit of in PowerPoint presentation also. We discussed about that Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint presentation, right? Now, one more thing is when you come to Office products, we have a OneNote. That also same way you can able to get, develop your documentation, how you want to present. Wherever goes, Outlook. Now the thing is, for example, share or documents. Okay. Now people are prefer to use OneNote as a reference document for their daily activity, right? The reason behind is they always prefer what's happened. Oh, it's loading. Okay, it's taking time. When you come, you can bring the documentation. Here also the same way you can bring the Copilot to add what document you want, what sections you want, all the things you can use. Okay, that's a benefit over there. It's loading still. Overview. Sorry. Okay. Overview about Viva, I can add it. Then I can feel that I want to bring data from my Copilot. Say it's not bringing. It's not loaded. It's maybe it's not loading. It's taking time. Uh, I'll check it. Okay. Now, likewise, we can able to plan, and we can have other applications also like Teams. Wherever you go, the Copilot is there. We can able to use your Teams, Excel, everything. Okay. For some, another the biggest thing is in the Teams you have a lot of advantage of Copilot. You can able to get the summaries of what you are talking about in the meeting, and you can it will give the agenda and everything. Okay. Let's say we can able to use. There's a team chat. It will open. Okay, now when you are opening a Teams, okay, when you want to use a Copilot here, you can easily bring it. Okay, with the meeting you want to schedule, or you want to bring the summary about the for last meeting, or you want to enable some options, all it will helpful from the Copilot Teams. You can integrate all the Microsoft products. Okay, what's new? Start the conversation like that. You want to discuss with your team. Okay, and here you can have a plugins options. Whenever you want to add any more plugins to add, because whatever plugins you develop by yourselves, they say Copilot for sales, Viva Goals, like that. All the application they have a plugins also. Okay, you can able to use these plugins, and you can able to respond back based on that. For example, you want to get the status about your project from the Jira, from DevOps, whatever it is. Okay, works with Copilot now. These are the plugins already Microsoft added as a third-party preview. Okay, status we can have it, and you can able to bring it. Okay, for example, you want to bring some Viva goals to add. You can able to add it. Then you can able to while typing, it will bring the data from these Viva goals also. Likewise, you can also submit the, if you're a developer, you can able to build and you can able to share the documentation to that. That's a benefit over there. Okay. Now we are in PowerPoint and we done with that. And when you come to, just I give little time, I'll close it. Okay. When you come to the architecture part, always remember that this is very important, how it will work in the background, right? Always Microsoft 365 using semantic index for Copilot. That's the advantage is it will directly don't interact with everything. It's interact with your graph API connectors and your plugins. Take go from the external data and bring back to your Copilot, and the user asks a question, it will replace with the data. Okay, something like it will conversation change it and it will bring the data here. Okay, that's the benefit of Copilot. It's purely a conversational natural language, and it will bring back to the base same like that. Because of the Copilot in the middle, it will using the semantic index for Copilot. Okay. Bringing in data, you're using Sigma index and plugging simultaneously, and data retrieval from Copilot using connectors or plugins. Plugins mostly used for Teams, connector used for Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent like that. Okay, and this is a language. What is a semantic index language? It's a large language model. You want to read it and get it right. It's linked with that. It's a graph API. How it link? Same like that. The indexing also link and bring the data accuracy and faster. Okay. Whatever data you have a sales report, it will go with the graph API. Your messages, meetings, your chats, your users, calendar, everything same like that. The indexing also mapped in the background. It will bring the data back out based on that. And what is a semantic index? What's the difference without semantic index for Copilot, normal search, and here? This is I'm showing with a Microsoft 365 search window. When you say normally Project Melbourne, it will bring many data with not something accurate, right? It will bring all the data, keyword match results, closed match content, last match modified, document summary, like that. It will bring all the data. But here, using Copilot, what is happening is it will give a proper summary and it will identify the exact PPT and showing you. After that, whatever data the accuracy in the coming, right, it will give the bottom only. Give the first data with the accuracy, which one you are trying to take. It based on your understanding, it will be the data for you. This is the data for you correctly. Then it will go down and it will, this is semantic indexing for Copilot. Indexing, if you enable the semantic indexing, then it will automatically be available for Copilot in the SharePoint, Teams, everywhere. Okay. That's it. Accuracy with the people relationship, more relevant result based on the search intent, and informative answers directly from the content. Read from that and show in the screen. Okay. And retrieval from Copilot using connectors, different application we can able to use. Same way plugins also we can use. OpenAI plugins, Teams messages, Power Platform connectors. These all available for plugins also. Okay, plugins and Copilots connectors are very useful for extending our application and get the data from your internal line of business data or external data. External, they means they are saying other than Microsoft 365 data. Okay. That's why with Microsoft extensibility, you can able to connect from Power Platform connectors, Microsoft Graph connectors, and message extension from Teams. If now supporting Microsoft message extension and get the, it will use your Copilot natural language communication. Whatever you're trying, it will bring the data back for to the users. Okay. This is the communication, how the documentation. Security, always remember that security is very important. Here, people talking about security. Prompting in the message security. See, wherever you're trying something, always remember that whatever plugins or connectors from different application, it will always pre-processing your grounding work, what data you want to get, because Microsoft 365 using the Defender for endpoint, different thread intelligence, and Microsoft Intune for your devices, and Microsoft Sentiment. It's all together. It will supporting and securing your data without any accessible issue. Someone are trying to access it, it's not allowed because it's all secured with the Microsoft Defenders, Intunes, and everything. Okay, Defender, Sentinel, Intune, and security Copilot. That is nothing but Defender. Okay. The main reason is already tightly coupled with Microsoft 365 security, defenders, everything. That's the reason nothing will accessible without any. Uh, if you don't have access, not even it will going to use for index. That's the benefit of Microsoft Copilot. Okay. I think now we are come to end. Any questions or anything? I'll check it from where. Okay. Any questions? Please raise here in the chat window. I think many questions are there. Yeah, I'll
Um,
answer the questions one by one. It's okay, Kamal? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there are a couple of questions. So just to start up with one, Jenkins. Yeah. Before that, thank you so much. That was a great insight, and we had a couple of demo cases on each application that we use. So when I say Copilot with Excel or Copilot with PowerPoint, it clearly tells me like how I really can use effectively Copilot. What are the tips I have to use? So definitely that was a great insight. So moving on with the question, I have one question. It says like, will kind of Copilot for Power Apps replace developers? So what is
Oh,
your
yes,
take?
it's a really very helpful Power Apps based users. The reason is that's why in the starting time I told you. The last week I used for Power Platform. Whenever I'm trying to give the showcasing features to customer, I thought of it to give the Power Apps offline options. When I try to develop, it take at least 4 5 hours to do the offline because I need to online part as well as offline together. Suddenly, I thought of it. Why not we try to use a Copilot? Just tried with the offline app with my sales data from Dynamics this way. Within 5 minutes, generated app and given to me. Really, very big surprise for me because it support both offline and online. It's doing all the background load method and save method everything. That's really very faster and also it's easy to deliver to the customer.
Okay. And we have a couple of other questions like, uh, can I buy Copilot Pro in personal capacity for my work account?
No. Obviously, you need to use a personal account because it's a personal loan, right? Obviously, you can use that. If your work account, you can use. You need to go with your organization and take it. Always is connect with the organization, right? Corporate accounts are corporate, then obviously you can use the corporate account, and you can able to use the work account there as a personal one. But you need to buy from your separately from the online. Then you can able to add it, but your organization need to support. Most of the organization is not allowed to use that like that.
Indeed. Um, I had a question on the prompt because I see prompt plays a very important role in this Copilot. Everything depends on your prompt and prompt gestures or suggestions. Now, what if I have a requirement where I have a lot of prompt questions or a particular doc that I need to use? Do we have something coming in future, or do we have something which is already in place to handle these prompts more effectively? Because all we do is just enter a simple text, right?
Yeah. Whenever you are using prompt, that's a prompt is now using the suggestion it's bringing. But when you feel that I want to bring some specific stuff from my organization line of business, then I already told right we have an option to use extend as well as using the plugin and connectors and specific application you want to bring back. You can use the plugin, but that's depend with the development part. You need to do the development and integrate with that. Then you can able to attach with that it will bring the limited prompts from that application only. It's not bring everywhere. The
Okay.
suggestions, everything based on that only. Because you have option to select that. You have this prompt, right? If you are having a plugin in your application, immediately the plugin name will be there. You can able to filter there itself.
Okay, so when you talk about filtering of plugins, absolutely fine. But how about filtering of prompts to specific users? Is it possible?
Yes. When you are using yeah, whenever using OneDrive, right, you can not a users base. Yeah, you can able to filter the users. One second, I'll show you. Initially, they have an option. Now they are changed some of the options. The one second, I'll check it.
So yeah, so in the meantime, when you're pulling
Yeah,
up the details, I just have a very quick
yeah.
update. Folks, we have a global Copilot summit happening on 16 cities. So now it is for the global one, it's more on a global Copilot Developer Summit for Microsoft 365. So it's happening in Toronto, Shanghai, San Francisco, Redmond, New York, Sao Paulo, London. So if you're available in any of these locations, I think there's a link in the GitHub. So there's a registration link. So please do register yourself if you're available in these cities. It's going to be an in-person event, and most of the sessions are going to be by the experts, MVPs, the product team, engineering team, the advocates giving a talk on the extensibility of Copilot and M365. So feel free to register. It's a half a day event, free to attend. If you have any questions, you can drop in the discussion section of the GitHub link. And yeah, Jenkins, if you're ready to show something, you
Yeah,
can go ahead.
yeah. When you say prompts, normally we have a prompts like this, right? Whatever the categories you want, or you can able to take like this. A next meeting with the person or like that. But this is a suggestion like that. When you say I want to prefer to people only from this account, sorry, 1 second. Because this account I have only one account, that's why it's showing like this. You have a list of account, then you can select it, then you can go then add the prompts. It will bring based on the tracking only, based on the filtration happen based on the user. It will bring the tracks. That's a way you can able to do now. Maybe Microsoft bring later to directly filter multiple options here. Right now
Yeah.
it's allowing like that. We can get the prompts people like that. You can able to use which user data you want to bring, and then you can go and check it. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a question from Anish saying, does Microsoft have a discount for SMB owners?
Discount for
SMB owners. Anish, would you like?
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think discounts are obviously available based on your organization only. Whenever the organization, Microsoft have a partnership, right? Based on that, they're providing the discounts. Not for direct discounts, not available. Whenever you are buying from organization, they have a 10% based on their organization, how much they are licensed, everything. They decide and give the discounts.
All right. We'll take a final question, which is there any easy way to test and try this for free, or buying Copilot Pro the only option? Uh, as a
Yes, if you want to test with uh, like a search window, you can go at copilot.microsoft.com and do it. But if you want to do with Microsoft Office products, obviously you need a pro license. If you really want a, uh uh Copilot Studio, then you need to buy a organization account, $30 one. If you really want a Power BI Copilot, we have every license have a separate. You always remember that. Power BI, we need a F64 with a Fabric license or premium capacity license, or you want to use in Azure somewhere, then we have a different license. That's always what we are using. You can go and buy the license. Pro is only for Word, Excel, Teams, like Office, Microsoft 365 products alone. Always remember that. Other than Power BI, Power BI as well as Power BI Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio is a $30 included, but Power BI is not even included in the Pro license.
All right. All right. I think that was a very detailed discussion. So, if you guys would like to connect with Jenkins, I think we have his social handle available. We'll
Yes,
also
yeah, that's
post it on YouTube so you can get connected with him in the chat. So, thank you so much, Jenkins. It was a great session on the Copilot and the productivity, how to enhance your productivity using all these M365 Suite application. And thank you so much for joining in, guys. So, looking forward to meet you in the next session of Copilot Chronicles. Thank you so much. Have a good
okay.
evening.
Yeah, thank you, Kamal, for the opportunity, and thank you very much for the attendees who are joined and having attended. I hope you learned some of features about Copilot. Always, I welcome any questions you raise directly. I can help you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jenkins. Thank you all.
Thank you.